So, who were the Algonquins? We didn't really know either, but after doing some dedicated research, we were able to discover some pretty interesting information on a culture that has had a large influence on pop culture, history, and even the conception that many people share of Native Americans today. The Algonquins were a collection of familial clans that occupied the valleys of southern Canada. Being the inhabitants of the eastern woodlands and subarctic regions, they had access to beaver pelts, cultivating a trade that would turn out to be very lucrative for the French colonizers in the Americas. Unlike the monarchical French that colonized their homeland, the Algonquins lived in small clan units led by an elder, and they inhabited a very egalitarian society. From hunting, gathering, and fishing amongst the forests and rivers of the Ottawa valleys, they gained a close connection with the land. From this bond with nature, they gained a close spiritual connection as well. Throughout their religion, there are many spirits of nature and the elements, some helpful, and some bent on creating mischief. The Algonquins told stories about the gods and the spirits that they worshipped through a rich oral history and artwork. A portion of the Algonquins' cultural artwork has actually had a significant cultural impact on us today. For example, the totem pole has made numerous appearances in different works of literature, film, and artwork, and is one of the most common images associated with Native Americans today. The Algonquins' first contact with the Old World was with the French, who had just entered the race to colonize the Americas. The two groups became trading partners and ended up with a better relationship than the native groups had with the Spanish or the English. Unfortunately, this relationship still did not save the Algonquins from having their homeland taken by the Europeans anyway. When European traders began to purchase furs to sell in Europe and China, the Algonquin tribe got the idea of starting to trade for themselves. Algonquin hunters began to hunt a variety of animals for the Europeans, but beaver ended up being the most profitable. So profitable, in fact, that trading started to become pretty one-sided. Beaver in exchange for everything else that the French were willing to trade. Wars ensued between the Algonquin and the Iroquois over control of the fur trade. Trade between the Algonquins and the French gave them access to great new things like metal weapons, new ideas, and other valuable materials. Unfortunately, the French didn't only bring technology and raw materials, they also brought disease. Smallpox in particular was so devastating that they not only faced a massive loss of life, but also a massive loss of territory to the rival Mohawk and Iroquois tribes. Luckily, the tribes were able to bounce back. On first contact, there were about 6,000 members. By the American Revolution, 1,500. But today, there are about 8,000 members of the Algonquin tribe scattered throughout 10 territories. The modern Algonquin continue their lives in communities amongst the Ottawa River.